Mic check one, two, mic check one, two. Give me one sec. I forgot my specs. I think I'd look more promisable and more credible if I wear specs. Because the entire world operates on the outer layer of you. The world perceives you, the world, it's the coffee, not me. The world perceives you in the way you look. Just that. It's just that. Nobody really wants to know what's inside you. But the entire perception about you, if you, let's say, if you were dumb, you couldn't speak, and you looked, let's say, you're wearing, um, let's say, if you're wearing gold chain, you're wearing ripped jeans, you know, you have an appearance of a rapper, let's say, one of those back in America. If you have an appearance of that, but inside your head you're completely different. It's just it's an appearance. Maybe inside your head you're thinking about mythologies or Anunnakis, the ancient Samaritans, UAPs. You're thinking about what did Commander David Fravor said on Joe Rogan. The outer appeal has an impact on how you're perceived. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Now, the next thing is when there's this, when your outer appearance has the power to develop such perception, such an impact. Imagine what you could do with, let's say, if you could, play a game always, an act, it's an outfit, always. You always, let's say, like deep down, you know who you are, all right? And you know that the world, let's say, doesn't really care about what's inside you. Now, what you do is, now you know that if I act like this, if you act in a certain way, you're going to be that person. Because in the world, if you are able to copy something, if you're able to act it out, chances are, you're going to get to play the part. It's just like, how people audition and, usually the part, not in Bollywood, but in the outside world, let's say Hollywood, where the American dream is still alive. Here it's filled with nepotism, but let's say, if you think of life as an audition and you work hard to play, get a part. So all your life you contribute to studying. Let's say if you want to become an IAS officer, you contribute your life to studies, general knowledge. You want to understand a certain mindset, a certain skill. So you practice and you develop. So you're able to act it out. You're able to, let's say, the people who have been able to act it out really, with their hard work and patience and practice, they got the part. That's how it was. That's how it always is. Now, the thing is, what is it that you're attracted to? Is it something, is it a forced attraction? Is it like, you see something and you see that this particular job in India is very popular, right? That's why you want to become an IAS officer, because that's popular, or a cricketer, or let's say IPS, these exams that you want to give in the name of your passion. But I think you're more passionate about the social praise that this thing gets. You're more passionate about earning that respect from people because in society this is a well-performing gig. Now, let's say you're a person for who all the world is not a stage, and you're not a mere actor. You're someone who is actually, being himself. He's not acting. Now then things become difficult then it's really hard to get a part because you'll be creating your own part now. You won't be working on a scripted play. You're out of that. Now you know it's a play. You're more like the audience. But when you're the audience, you're lost because you don't know where the part will go. Only the characters know where the part will go. So you as an audience now have to understand that what's your call? What is it that you want to do? What is it where you fit? What is it that you really like? And not because, the audience likes it. What feels good to look at from the outside, from, the seat of the audience. Everything seems, you know, good. But it's actually when you get to play the part, it's when things become difficult. It's when things become difficult. So I think we should not practice or invest in our time in something which is praised by society. Maybe that's not our call. I see of so many people that I know personally. So many of my friends who are facing the same thing. They're following something which they don't really want to do, but it's because of the societal circus. They have to play the part. And that's deeply sad, I think. I think we should be able to not act, to be really who we are. But most of the times we are acting, you know. Um, but yeah, I think if you really want to act, if you're good at that, um, then do it, Then do it. But how long are you going to act? That's the question. For how long are you gonna keep on acting? For how long will this work? Um, for now, right now, my generation is, very fond of the idea of, um, let's say, being in a relationship or being married, getting into, being married, or for some, it's like empowerment and, I'll be alone rather than be with a man or a woman or whatever. But again, I would like to say that whatever you see on social media, that is not, the movie isn't real. The movie is based on real events, but it's not real, you see. So whatever you see on social media in the name of honest and truth and so on and so forth, I don't think if that is and that you should invest your time creating a reality in your mind that perhaps, I exactly want my life to turn out to be like that real. It's a real. So don't. It is just a real, and you are a human being, and human being was meant to experience things that were around him, of course, but not just on a screen. We have to get out of the screen and, take part in the actuality of life. Yeah, so not follow trend of, to not fall for trends that are out there. We need to really get out of the circus for once at least. Bye. All right, that was it. That was it.